Resurrection Sunday to each and everyone. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to our last episode for the month of March, Positive Discipline and Parenting Technique here in Life Coach Corner. So, good evening. So, today is March 31, and today is, it's Resurrection Sunday. It's a new beginning to start creating a better life as Jesus made things come alive with Him. And today is another day to rewrite your own story. Welcome to Life Coach Corner, a community service of Life Coach Philippines. Our mission is to kindle awareness and foster appreciation for the vast toolkit and modalities of life coaching. We're dedicated to empowering coaching professionals and aspiring coaches. We have an upcoming class coming in, providing them with the resources to elevate the ethical practice of life coaching into a thriving profession and business. Here at Life Coach Philippines, we train, we coach, and we build tribes as we help your unstoppable dream come true. We're streaming through the Facebook pages of Life Coach Philippines International, Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas, Life Coach Philippines Oman, Life Coach Philippines Kuwait, and other pages po na meron po kasi global na po tayo, and we're moving so fast now out to really serve other parts of the country and even other parts of the world. So you may also watch, we are also live streaming via YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you're new to Life Coach Philippines International, if you're watching through a shared link, this is a shared link that you're watching, please take a moment to like and follow Life Coach Philippines International. This way we can stay connected for future learning opportunities. So, kumusta po kayong lahat ngayong gabi? So, nag-beach po ba kayo? Because it's tradition for every Filipino. Marami po kadalasan, no? And most of the Filipinos would be at the beach kasi usually mainit, no, pag ganitong Resurrection Sunday. At napakainit nga po din dito sa Tacloban City. So here in each live episode, our goal is to provide a glimpse into the coaching experience for individuals seeking solution to the challenges they face and seeking professional growth. So if you're interested in embarking on a journey to becoming a professional certified life coach like me, Master Coach A Professional Training and Development Services offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program complete with international CPD accreditation and 40 credit unit. Ibig sabihin, quality yung training na makukuha nyo. The CACC course encompasses a 21 web-based learning with lifetime access, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp led by Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with our senior coaching team. The program package also include done-for-you coaching programs and numerous bonuses. So this will actually enable you to launch your career in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. So if you're interested to take a leap, connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to join the next CACC Life Coach Certification class of Master Coach A, a duly accredited CPD provider. So here in Tacloban City, to serve Region 8, and Eastern Visayas, we're going to be having our life coaching certification on April 6 and 7. So if you're one person, you have been tagged in here, you're interested, you want the detail of it, you want to join the class, just connect with me, 0975-9952-382. Now, hello, Coach. Shout out to all our kindred coaches. We have Coach Nords. We have also Coach Sean. Okay, so we have also, I believe the other coaches will also be coming in. So maraming salamat. No, tag along your friends. We're gonna be having really a good conversation ngayong gabi po. No, so I hope that you come in. No, join us in this beautiful night. No, really having some learning, especially on parenting. Hello, Coach Rizal. Thank you so much for hopping in. Now, you are joining me for day 31 for Spin Method Series. Ano po yung ibig sabihin ng Spin Method Series? Well, in a world filled with endless possibilities where dreams dare to be chased and destinies are forged, there lies a method, a pathway to success unlike any other. So, introducing to you the Spin Method, your passport to unparalleled success. So what do you mean by spin? S po is for study. Dive into the ocean of knowledge. Arm yourself with insight that will prepare you to the top. No? So everything that you're going to do, there could not be any knowledge. Dapat meron po tayong knowledge to bring us to awareness. Then P stands for practice. Sharpen your skills with relentless dedication until excellence is your default mode. No? So sabi nga natin, practice makes it permanent. So it becomes just a reflex when you're continuously practicing, especially if you're a coach or you wanted to become a coach and you're in here right now in our space. Now, I signifies for implementation. It's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Take action, seize the moment, and watch your dreams unfold. So there could never be, any desire, any dream will just be wishful thinking without any action. Kaya kailangan mag-implement. And the end, it's about seizing the future. Chart your course, set your sights on new horizons. Ito na po, new horizons, and never settle for less than extraordinary. And I believe, ngayon, because it's Resurrection Sunday, I've always, what comes to mind is really new beginning. What comes to mind is, sabi ko nga kanina, I posted, because He lives, all fear is gone. So it's time to really take risks to move forward towards whatever dreams and aspiration God has planted in our hearts, di ba? So are you ready to rewrite your story? The spin method is your ticket to greatness. Get ready for a breakthrough. So breakthrough is something that comes to all people who are really desiring to really make some changes with their lives. So kumusta po kayo? Are you also in that space of breakthrough? No? So um this is the first time you're seeing me, let me introduce myself to you. I'm Life Coach Marife Garfin, and I'm a professional certified CACC Life Coach, a mom and a wife, a coaching entrepreneur, and my background is registered nurse po ako for almost 22 years, and have come into the profession of life coaching 2019. No? So I'm a mental health advocate, and I support decided individuals to overcome mental health challenges so that they can live their God-given design of abundance and victory, which is what was Jesus promised in the after the Resurrection Sunday. This is also the reason why I'm into mindful parenting, as mental health begins at home and can end at home too. So if you're one parent, tag alam niyo po yung mga nasa ating digital space. If you're one parent and you're having, hello Carlos, thank you so much for hopping in. So if you're one parent having some difficulty to connect with your children, you can join my nth attempt to parenthood. Ito po I'm the founder, the creator of that community that seeks to empower every parent to take a stand in mental health for themselves and the children, so that they can really live that thrive in life. If you wish to have a deeper conversation with this, you can follow me in my page, Life Coach Marife. Also connect with me through 0975-9952-382. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, I'm a mental health advocate, and I've been creating awareness all over here in Eastern Visayas since I started my life coaching profession in 2019. Currently, the reality here, I don't know with your space, currently there is an increasing number of suicides and depression here in our region, which to me is basically something like kind of a result already, because we are prone to natural disasters, and of course, again, we just had Typhoon Yolanda 10 years ago, and then we just experienced the pandemic. So it's really high stress level on our part. So this is something that we all are grappling on a day-to-day basis. So that's why every parent must come to understand, must come to an awareness of really being able to manage their stress and be able to employ good parenting practices to be able to really help their children overcome these challenges. Have you ever experienced, each and every day with life transition, we are going to really experience stress, but at the same time, life transition also can really rock your very core. Isn't it right? May mga pagbabago po sa buhay natin, may mga curveballs, mga unexpected na nangyayari that we kind of not really imagine it happening to us, but then it happens. So, but then again, I always believe that whatever challenge we are facing, we are over and above it because we are created in God's image. We are created to overcome. So this is the very reason marami pong nangyayari dito sa region, tumataas po yung mental health challenges. In fact, mga law na po tayo to really like urge, no, and really encourage, mandatory, no, to really encourage every institution to really have some mental health advocacy and even activities. So much more for parents. This is the reason why parents needed to be more vigilant. No, tumataas na po kasi siya. More vigilant in keeping the home a safe space so that their children grow up to be mentally fit. Mental health begins at home and it can end at home. I've always been saying this one. And this is the reason why we need to be able to employ positive discipline and parenting technique. So ito po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi, no? So tag along yung mga parents natin, tawagan na natin, no, because this is we are now, we got to really learn, no? We got to learn. We have to dive into the a body of knowledge to really have that awareness so we know what to do. No, sabi nga natin, no, in terms of law, you cannot excuse yourself. The ignorance of the law excuses no one. And I believe because of the many vast knowledge, marami na pong information, a parent can no longer say, hindi ko alam. Well, wala naman pong school. There's no school for parenting and it's not easy. But nowadays, there are so many things that you can learn from that you can be able to use for yourself so that you can begin to create a safe space and guide your children, help your children to develop mental fitness. So it's a serious case. Totoo yan, Coach Lynn. It's a serious case. That's why I cannot take it lightly. That's the very reason why every now and then when whatever talk I have, wherever maybe, I talk about mental health. Now, that's why it's important to learn about positive. Ito po yung pag-uusapan natin. I'm gonna be sharing a toolkit later. I'll be explaining the toolkit to you later on positive discipline and parenting technique. No? So the Latin term for discipline is to instruct or teach. I was kind of surprised with this one because all the while when I was growing up, what I thought of discipline is yung talagang hinahambalos ka, no? There is a stick, there's a rod, no? When you talk about discipline. But the real thing of discipline is to instruct or teach. Hello, Coach Jean. Thank you so much for hopping in. So positive discipline basically describes, no, iyon po yung context po ng positive discipline. It is to instruct or teach. This is actually the method of instructing and directing children by clearly stating what behavior is acceptable in a firm and gentle manner. So walang kasamang punishment yan, because punishment refers to ways of gaining control by enforcing rules or regulations and punishing undesired behavior. Di ba, when you were growing up, merong stick, no? Kasi hindi ka sumusunod. Para sumunod ka, you are hinahataw ka, no? Ano ba yung favorite na panghataw sa'yo ng nanay mo before? No? Meron bang pachinelas dyan? Meron bang belt? Meron bang walis ting-ting? Parang yan, lahat ata yan na-experience ko, no? So, this is what discipline was, how it was, discipline was introduced to us. That's why we never like discipline. Ayaw talaga natin, no? Ayaw natin pag-usapan. We don't want to go into it. But at the end of the day, because of the trauma that we have experienced when we were children, even if we don't want it and we don't like the experience, we're actually doing it, no? Because it is, no? Sa trauma class po namin talagang nakalagay yan sa brain, no? Nasa brain yan. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Joanna, no? Lahat, ayan, may pahanger pa, no, at walis. Totoo yan, na masakit yung walis ting-ting, kasi maliit na latay, di ba? So, that's why we never wanted to really talk about it. You know what? This is one thing that we want so much to avoid, but if you are not aware and we're not diving into really learning about it, you go into a cycle even if you don't like it, no? So it's important to go into a space of really learning what discipline is really all about, and especially looking into positive discipline. Now, studies over the years show that positive discipline have improved greatly the students' performance. Even in school, it must be employed. No? Nakita po yan, even the way the teachers would do discipline. No? It showed that here is one study, it showed that students with kind parents, yet firm, have lower risk in developing smoking addiction, alcohol use, and substance abuse. No? It has, sabi ni Coach Nord, it's true, walis ting-ting chinelas. Is that, may pero pang host, hindi ko alam yun, Coach Nord, ha? And belt, yes. So, yeah, yan. No? So, maraming, yun kasi yung nakatatak sa brain natin. And even if we don't want it, when we talk about discipline, lumalabas po siya. Now, according to research, so tag-along niyo po yung mga nanay natin, no? Kailangan natin malaman nila to. Now, according to research, children are programmed to connect with others the moment they are born. Children who have strong sense of belonging to their family, to their school, to their community are less likely to misbehave. But they cannot connect with their parents or any people in their space if they have experienced pain. And oftentimes, ito yung pagpapalo, no? Yung pagpapalo, no? Is, minsan naiisip natin na pag hindi natin gawin kasi nasa Bible spare the rod, no, and you, but actually I believe it's not the way it was not literal, no. I believe when you say spare the rod, yung wala talagang sinabi, pinabayaan mo lang. But if you talk to the child, have conversation, because ang mga bata po ngayon talaga 90% in our trauma masterclass ba yun? Yeah, I think in the story Rock Your Story, no, sabi, no, the brain, 90% of it are absorbing, no, whatever at the moment the child awaken, no, at the moment the child is born up to 5 years old, grabe mag-absorb yung brain. But if in that space, in that early stage, the child is already understanding love, discipline can never be difficult, no. So sabi nga natin, a life story bootcamp, sabi nga sabi nga, no, discipline is effective only when love is felt, no. So when you talk about positive discipline, this is truly love. This is love. Positive discipline is a parenting technique focused on kindness and trust. Because I believe, no, in the survey, lahat po ng survey, in the research that I've read, what parent wants the most for their child is to be happy, to see their children happy. But oftentimes than not, we want to really be in control para sumunod sila, para maging masaya sila. But the point is, our perspective and the way we're created and what makes us happy is not the same as them. That's why we get to be there in a space of kindness and be in a space of trust so that our children can fully express and so that we can begin to understand it. So when you say kindness and trust, it means showing respect, listening, rewarding good behaviors, and reminding your child you love them while teaching them what is right and what is wrong. No. But oftentimes than not, one of the things that I've really asked forgiveness for is that when a parent is not aware and when the parent does not have self-care, is not practicing self-care because she or he is not aware, or both of them, parents are not aware, eventually the practice of the past crop up because hindi naman naging intentional to practice positive discipline. This is not a default because, as I've said earlier, the default of the brain is to define discipline na talagang nangahataw ka, nagpapasakit ka because you wanted the control and you want the child to really follow you. So it's not a default. That's why awareness is key, understanding on positive discipline so that you can be intentional in practicing it. You know what, for those parents right now who are actually, maliliit pa po yung mga anak ninyo, you know what, you have the best of the years to really learn and to really be intentional. Nandyan pa po kasi maliliit yung mga anak. Well, I'm not saying for those parents na malalaki rin mga anak, kaya nga po tinawag yung community that I founded my nth attempt because I always believe each day is a day to really make things right. Each day is a day to make it better. So if you're one parent right now, kahit malalaki na po yung mga anak mo, you can begin to forge a beautiful relationship with your child by truly learning about positive discipline and parenting technique. Yeah. So, maraming salamat, no? Coach Marvin, thank you so much for hopping in. I hope that you can tag yung friend mo na mga moms, no, parents out there, or even those single. Someday they will become someday they will become parents. So, kailangan din nilang malaman to. Now, what are the 5 criteria when you know you're doing positive discipline and the right parenting technique? You know, number 1 is help children. You know, the discipline that you give helps children feel a sense of connection. Kahit no, nasabihan mo, you have that conversation, at nasaktan yung bata, still, the child would feel that sense of connection. Alam niyang hindi mo siya hinataw for that. You know, y- honestly, nowadays po, hindi na po talaga dapat po. No, there should never be any physical harm. There are other ways to emphasize what you mean, no, and how much you're serious, how much you want to be firm, but hindi po yung pagpapasakit, no. Second, you know that you have positive discipline because it is, you know, you have that mutual respectful and, you know, it is the discipline that you gave allowed you and your child to truly understand respect, and it is actually encouraging to really become the best version. You're inspiring your child, you're encouraging them and motivating them to become basically coaching them to become better, no. Number 3, you know it's effective, you know it's positive discipline because the effect is long term, no. What the child is thinking and feeling, learning and deciding about himself and his world, and what to do in the future to survive or thrive. Yan po yung you're able to bring the child, no? You're able to bring the child to a space na nag na-empower siya to really feel, learn, and decide for himself and herself. And that is what is basically something that your child can bring to survive in the future. Sabi ni Coach Sean, positive discipline focuses on what the child is doing something good, allowing them to be kinder and more welcoming to change. Agree, no? Because whatever the child is doing, nandiyan ka lang, nakagabay ka. Hindi ka nagdidikta, hindi ka nag-insist, no? And like telling your child wala siyang alam, no? Making your child feel na wala siyang alam at kailangan niyang sumunod sa'yo kasi may mas alam ka. And oftentimes, this is not true. Na kahit dumaan na po tayo sa pagkabata, ang experience po ng anak natin is different from ours, no? Now, positive discipline teaches essential social skill. Yan po yung nagiging mas maganda yung social skill ng bata, yung life skill niya, natututo siya sa mga problem solving, you know, and nagiging cooperative siya doon sa mga kasama niya sa school, kasama niya sa community, and he's able to really contribute to the home, school, or larger community. Nandun yung pag-care sa puso niya. Because alam niya, when you gave that positive discipline, this is for him or her to become better. No? Love po yung nangingibabaw. And then 5, no, when you talk about positive discipline, you are actually inviting your child, no? You are inviting your child to discover their capability and their constructive use of personal power or autonomy. One of the things that, you know, I have struggled really because you know, when I shield so much my daughter into really hatid sundo, kahit ayaw na niya mag-summer, you know, I make a decision. And I realized that it's difficult. No, it became a struggle and a roadblock because she developed the difficulty of not really deciding for herself. No? Because nasanay po ako na ganun din naman po yung papalaki sa akin. And this is something that each parent needs to understand. No? There are so many, we have fears. No? Baka anong mangyari sa kanya, kaya kailangan nating sabihin, kailangan bantayan masyado and all those things to the point that they can no longer make decisions for themselves because we are always there. I'm not saying you're not being there, but you have to be there, but you have to learn to set your boundaries so that you will not cripple your child in developing herself. Minsan marami tayong, you know, one of the things that that I have really experienced growing up is lahat ng sinabi, oo lang ng oo. 'Di ba? How many of you experienced that you wanted to reason out? Not that disrespect, but really reason out. Pero sasabihin natin, huwag kang sumagot. At pag hindi ka naman sumagot, it is also seen as and really perceived as not, I mean, being disrespectful, no? Ay, hindi na ka sumasagot. Mataas na yung ano mo, ha? You know, you're really mataas na. And it confuses the child. And oftentimes, and not for parents, I want you to be mindful. You know, I saw this, I could not remember, I cannot forget the article, no, that says hopeless na po yung generation. No, they're not hopeless. They're not hopeless. What we need is to truly understand how to connect with them so that we can best translate to them what we wanted them to understand. The point is, the children are not understanding us. We're speaking the same language that we have like years and years ago. We want to be able to learn the language of our children so that they can best understand us. And positive discipline and other parenting technique that allows you to be much more closer, that really promotes you becoming a safe space for your child to fully express himself or herself so that you get to understand what my child is thinking about is one thing that we need to employ. When I was small, hindi, you know, during ng panahon, siesta is an experience. Siesta is something being imposed, but when you are a child, sabi pag hindi ka matulog during after lunch, hindi ka tataas, hindi ka magiging healthy, no? So, mayroon talagang hawak na sanga, no? Yung lola ko na talagang hahatawin ka pag hindi ka natulog, and even your mom, no? You will be scolded. You know, that's why I wanted parents to really come in to be able to really evaluate yourself well so that you get to know nasa ang space ka ngayon. Because gone are the days, no? Whatever it is that you're employing right now, and it is not eliciting kindness and trust with your child, it's gonna hurt them. That's why you have to really learn positive discipline and effective parenting technique. So I'm going to be sharing here a toolkit. No, this is an intake form for you to be able to truly understand ano na yung parenting technique mo. Are you doing positive discipline? Now, again, we need to understand that you will never be able to do anything about it, change it, or make it better so that it will improve your relationship with your child unless you come to a space of acknowledgement, unless you come to a space of acceptance. And for you to be able to come to that space, you to download this toolkit. I need you to download this toolkit, answer it with all your heart, no, with full focus. After you're done with the toolkit, connect with me because whatever the result may be, it's not the end of the line. You can still make it better. So is that agreeable, no, sa ating mga parents, no? So positive discipline and parenting technique intake form. So the first question as you download, no, nasa caption po ng video na ito, no. The first question is about family dynamics. So nakalagay doon, please provide a brief overview of your family structure and dynamics and what are your main goals and aspiration as a parent, no. Honestly, I believe many of us went into parenting not being intentional and not really understanding and not having a picture of what would you like to be a parent kasi na in love ka, nag-asawa ka, and the natural course of, of the process came in. Later, but it is, if you're one single person watching this right now, I want you to know and I want you to see that it starts with you having that goal, no? Kung hindi ka pa nanay, hindi ka pa tatay, having that goal, ano ba yung main goal mo at ano yung mga aspiration mo as a parent. So, if you're a parent right now, it is not too late. So, take a good look. Ano nga ba yung gusto mo? Because you have to come to a space of awareness and understanding. The second question is, understanding positive discipline. What does positive discipline mean to you? So, in your own term, in your own mind, the way you as you heard the word positive discipline, kung ikaw po ay katulad ko at kaidaran ko, I believe you will have a different meaning. But it doesn't matter. You need to be able to come into space, 'di ba? Kailangan mong mag-study, kailangan mong mag-dive deep in sa iyo, no, for awareness. So, what does positive discipline means to you? And how do you currently incorporate it in your parenting style? Most probably if you're a parent right now, you have already a parenting style. You've adapted that already. But coming to a space of clarity, coming into a space of reflection, will allow you to really open up your mind. Makikita mo doon, ano nga ba yung ginagawa ko? And you are now entering into a space of being mindful, of being intentional. Because sabi ko nga, the last time I shared on family dynamics, marami pong practices na ginagawa natin without really understanding what is it all about and what is it for. So we have to come to a space of really understand ano nga yung ginagawa mo. At I believe when you answer this, understanding what positive discipline, maaalala niyo po yung mga ginagawa sa inyo ang disiplina ng parents mo, and you get to see na parang may similarity ka rin because hindi ka naging intentional. No? So answer that. Then the third question would be, what is your desired parenting approach? Envision, no? You can close your eyes, you can go to a space, a very quiet space, and envision your ideal parenting approach. Ano nga ba when you were young and you were thinking of becoming a parent, ano yung naisip mo, ay ito yung gusto kong maging nanay. Ito yung itsura ng pagiging nanay ko at pagiging tatay ko. So, ito yung gusto kong gawin, no? Ito supposed to be ideal. I'm pretty sure nung maliit kayo, meron talagang mga discipline, meron mga practices in the family that you don't actually like, right? And you say, paglaki ko, hindi ko yan gagawin. When I grow up, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like nanay ko na nagbubungang. Ayoko yung gano'n na parang kinukulit ang kinukulit. You have that, right? So I want you to come to a space with this question. Envision your ideal parenting approach. How do you see positive discipline fitting in your parenting toolkit? Because meron ka na ginagawa ngayon, paano siya mag-fit in if you will embrace positive discipline? So come to a space of that. No, really, that's why this is an intake form. It's going back to who you are, what you have been doing, for you to gain clarity so that you can begin to really move forward. Then the next question is, this is challenges in parenting. Reflect on any specific challenges or areas of difficulty you encounter in parenting. How do you typically respond to these challenges? So, I remember growing up, my mom would be really active as a teacher, and of course, she was a single mom, and she had so many pains from the past, and oftentimes than not, whenever challenges comes, mainit yung ulo niya, no, at sisigaw siya, at pag hindi ka sumunod, pipingutin yung tenga mo, o kaya yung singit, 'di ba, napakasakit nun. Masakit yung singit kasi it's you have less flesh in there, and manipis po yung skin, no, yung skin diyan sa singit mo, kaya masakit na masakit po yan. And of course, marami pong blood vessels diyan, no? So talagang feel na feel mo yan, no. So at talagang pasigaw, no, galit, no, to emphasize is to really emphasize the things that she means is to shout it. And I come to that space also of understanding for myself that when I am tired, when I am hungry, when I'm angry, and when I kind of feel overwhelmed with so many things, whenever I'm communicating with my children when they were still small, I was pasigaw. And I regret it so much because studies have now come up, that when you shout on children, it causes really damage. No, it hurts the brain of the child. And so for you who are right now, if you have children, your children are young, take notice of this. Listen well, because the repercussion and the consequence is gonna be great. So I want you to really take this seriously, listen well, no? How do you typically respond to these challenges? Kaya nga po, no, here in Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas, the Healthy Hub, may Healthy Hub po kami, yung bahay po namin no, ng Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas. We have created a safe space, a space where we are encouraging every individual, especially the parents, to walk in there, sit in there, listen, learn, fill in the brain with so much positive learning so that all the negativities, all the toxicity of work and stress will be taken off, will be replaced in the brain so that when you go home, whatever challenges you see in the home, pagod ka na nga, no? Pag uwi mo, hindi pa nang hugas ng pinggan, parang kalat yung bahay, you're gonna really like lose it because we have those in our brain. Mayroon po tayong mga mental models dyan that, the way we think has been influenced by our family and we're not, if you're not aware, that's the one that you're employing and it's not even helpful in the situation. So how do you typically respond to challenges? Paano nga ba? So take a good look, no? And I want you to really be honest and really, this you're gonna do this because you want to really improve, no, really improve your relationship with your child, no? Gusto mo talagang ma-improve yung relasyon sa kanila and you want to be there, to nurture and see them happy. As I've said, research have shown, no, that what parents really know and what parents really want is for the child to be happy. Agree, naipasa lang kasi kaya akala yun yung tama. Agree, Coach Len. The next question is parenting values, on parenting values. Consider your core values as a parent. How do these values influence your parenting decision and your discipline and disciplinary practices? And here, kailangan talaga makapasok din, no? If you're not aware what your values, it is what truly matters to you. No? Ano yung para sa iyo na minsan kasi sinasabi natin, no, priority ko yung mga anak ko, kaya work ng work tayo, tuloy, hindi din nila naintindihan bakit wala si mama pagdating galit. At sabi niya ginagawa for us ito, no? So nagkakaroon ng misalignment. So what is your core values as a parent? How do these values influence your parenting decision and disciplinary practice? Because everything that you do is connected to what you value in life. Hindi po yan, wala pong misalignment yan. And sometimes you're not just clear to the point that you make decisions that are not right because you're not really very clear. So try to sit down and try to think, what are your core values? Then the next is for desired parenting outcome. What specific outcomes or changes are you hoping to achieve by implementing positive discipline technique in parenting? Again, whatever learning you're going to be getting from here or from the toolkit or from the intake form, it's not going to make things better unless you step out and do something about it. That's why, ano yung specific outcome na gusto mo? You have to be there. You have to see what is it that you want to really see as you incorporate positive discipline. Do you want a better relationship, open communication? Would you like that your children comes to you, ikaw yung una nilang sinasabihin sa mga problema nila? Would you like your child to invite you to making decisions with them? Ito po, no? Ano yung gusto mong outcome? Then, for commitment, no, the next is commitment to positive parenting on a scale of 1 to 10. How committed are you to integrating positive discipline strategies in your parenting approach? Now, the struggle nowadays is pag wala po pang problema, people, many of us, yan yung default ng brain is to do something when there's already something wrong. But if you are now, sabi mo, hindi man ako nakarelate, Coach Marife, dyan sa sinasabi mo. You may not be able to relate now. And you are blessed. But you need to be able to really do this because you never know what's going to happen in the future. And there might be people whom you can help. So commitment, score, no? Take a good look. No? On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to integrating positive discipline strategies in your parenting approach? Even if you say, okay naman, wala naman kami problema ngayon. We never know unless you really embrace that parenting approach. No, if you're doing that, mom, no, you're doing it already. You have that know-how and you have that commitment. Congratulations to you. You know what? You are in the best pathway, and I believe you're gonna reap a beautiful reward later on in nurturing your kids. No, so this refined intake form aims to capture essential information about your family dynamics, values, and goals no values and goals, providing a comprehensive understanding to tailor coaching session effectively, para po makita namin yung need mo at matulungan ka po namin to really embrace positive parenting practices, because as I've said earlier, mataas na po yung ating mental health challenges. Let us not let ourselves and our children be part of the number. Let's not. We can stand by with our children, nurturing them to mental fitness, as long as we have the awareness to really incorporate positive discipline and parenting technique. So I ask you, parent, download the toolkit, take a moment, pause, come to a space of intentionality. This is basically, honestly, a journey to self-awareness. It begins in you and with you. But this can also be a time to start, a time to build well a family and children who will be able to have that strong emotional resilience, no, emotional strength to really look at life's challenges and be able to overcome. You are capable as a parent. I truly believe you are capable as long as you have the know how and the intention of the heart to really make things better. You know, we are always provided. Today is Resurrection Sunday. And today, let it be a new beginning to make things better for you and your children. So download the toolkit. Remember, after you've answered it, connect with me so you can get really a very profound experience of the life coaching process that can be really life changing for you, a breakthrough for you. It did wonders for me. I believe I have improved greatly and I become better as a mom when I started my journey towards life coaching. Because life coaching allows you to see with clarity. And because you're clear, when you're clear of something and you have the heart, that truly loves your children, you will do anything, kahit masakit, you come to a space of humility and say, I want to do this for my children. So connect with me, and so that I can really bring you to the life coaching process, because it truly leads to freedom. And never forget, never forget, whatever you're going to do right now, especially with the toolkit, it will create so much miracle and awakening in you. And you can now journey to change. As Robin Sharma said, awareness always precedes change. So being intentional, putting yourself out there to awareness allows, allows you to know that you mean what you say, you mean what is in your heart when you say, I love you, my child. That's you taking intentional action. So maraming salamat po for hopping in with me. Parents, let's do this. Let's do this for this generation, because they are the future. And at the end of the day, they will always carry you with them, remember you. And in your children, you actually start building your legacy, a legacy of goodness in them. So thank you so much for joining us today. We invite you to join in person for our face-to-face community events, especially Tuesdays, Kapihan Night with Master Coach A, and we have Cabin Life at the Campfire on Thursdays, which is actually a beautiful experience of really understanding yourself, in the light of being able to know what the power of prayer is and how to really pray and be prayed for. Iba po yung freedom of really being able to communicate with our Creator. So, Kapihan Night is Tuesday, Cabin Life at the Campfire is Thursday, and definitely if you want to do some self-expression for your mental health, that's Fab Saturday open mic, and it's with poetry, music, and spoken word. So, Decaf Coffee Republic is really meaning it when it say it want to serve you and it's a safe space. It's up all night po, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. to really allow you to come to a space of safety, to really be able to, you want a space of to a haven to rest your soul, your spirit, your body and mind. Come in there, and you know the people in there will really welcome you, and you will truly experience a safe space. So visit them, no, Decap Coffee Republic, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., Mondays to Saturdays. Then I continue to ask you, sabi nga natin sa spin, dive into to study a deep body of knowledge so that you can learn. So join us once again tomorrow for day one po ito ng with focus. No, this is, we are really working into, we're going to be sharing a lot on finding your greater purpose and fulfillment in your career and profession. It will begin tomorrow with Master Coach Jasmine, how to find meaning in your career, 5 proven strategies for finding purpose and passion. It's a series this coming April, and we're excited to truly have you. So wag niyo pong kalimutan yan. Much, much more learning so that you become empowered to really thrive in life. So for coaching classes and services, send us a private message or send an email to coach@mastercoacha.com. When sharing your insight from tonight's learning, hashtag pack my bag moment. No? Please tag our page so we can engage with your social media content. So looking forward to see you again tomorrow. Good evening, everyone. Blessed Resurrection Sunday. Love, bam, boom. God bless you.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.